A portion of today's show is brought to you by Gary Riggs Home. Our next guest believes in letting your travels have a voice when designing your home decor. Gary Riggs' eclectic way of bringing this idea together is simply intoxicating, and he's here to tell us more. I'm going to give you a quote from my best friend who had a home that I adored, and it didn't look like somebody worked on it. When you walked in, it looked like it just happened. And I said, how do I do this? And he said, if you love it, it goes. If you love everything in your house, it'll all blend together. Do you believe in that?
I do believe in that, and that's kind of what we're talking about today, is the idea that we all have things that are in our house and that, but we don't necessarily know what to do with it, but they mean something to us. And so it might be that it's like something that you've collected in your travels, or it might be a family item, or things like that. So what we thought would be fun to talk about would be some of those items. And then next week we're going to show how we've applied that in people's homes.
All right, you've been to Africa.
Been to Africa on a trip. It was a great experience, but there were some incredible things that was able to pick up there. One of which is these different yardages of fabrics, and you can see
they're just magnificent.
That the colors and everything are just so incredible, and so it was so inspiring.
That is so beautiful.
Isn't that great?
Yes, and look, they're just. And did you buy these in like markets?
Yeah,
or
there's a marketplace, and you go down, and there's the different. Fabrics that they have, and really what these are for is the ladies there wrap it around them and tuck it in, and that's what they wear. Are these. So we got it, and what we did is I brought it home, and then we're making pillows. So there's the pillow form.
Look at this.
But then when it's finished, then you've got pillows.
It's backed in velvet here.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, now these are bold colors and patterns. So do we have the courage to use those?
Absolutely.
You know, and how do we use them?
Yeah. So that's the idea. So you can get your splash of color, you can get, those kinds of things. The other thing that we got there
I just love
are these Kuba claws, and these you can hang on the wall, you can make something out of it, you can cover it, you can use it as a tablecloth.
You just love it. A tablecloth would be wonderful.
Yeah. So and again, it just gives you pattern and it gives you texture for other parts of the world. Other things that they had there in the marketplace are these masks, and a lot of these are antiques.
And Gary, you can use these masks even in a hill country house.
Oh yeah.
Or even in a house that's ultra modern.
And we'll show you how we've applied these into just groupings and wall collages.
Good. And you're going to do this next week.
But yeah, but what you do is it's like you're appreciating the beauty and the time that people have taken to carve these things.
I know it.
And that they, were very significant in the culture.
So it's all about art.
It is. It's totally about, and it's about those things that you find that you can then present in an aesthetic.
Now, let's do something, because he's taken art, his grandkids, his children's art, and look what he's doing to put in homes all over. Just look at this.
So what I've done is, Riley was the first one that started with, and the kids were always giving me pieces of art and saying, here, Grandpa, this is for... So I was trying to figure out what to do, so I decided I would start framing them as if they were real art.
And because they are real art.
And so it means something to me, so we started doing that. So, like, I get a picture like this from one of the kids. This is stuff that Jackson has done. So I take these kinds of things that the kids have done, and then we frame them so that they look like real art.
I mean, isn't this just magnificent?
Isn't it great?
But here's the deal. You don't go down and buy just any frame. No, you elevate the picture by the frames.
Right. You get it done right.
Oh, absolutely. And you're going to spend a lot of money on a frame like this, but then you have a great piece of art.
But you do, and this is something that, I figure that in time I can pass to them, and say, because, these are when the kids are, like, this is one that Ashton...
Look at the whale.
This is one that Ashton did when he was 3.
Oh my gosh, and they walk in and see what you've done with their art.
Exactly, so, you can... and it's just a great way to
This one is just... Look at this.
This one here is another one that Ashton did, and this one actually, we'll use these a lot of times in the store to prop around, and we had somebody try and buy this one day had seen it in the store and that, and I'm like, well, gosh, I can't sell it because my grandson did that. And,
well, did you ask him? I bet he would have loved to have had the money.
Well, and I thought later, well, I should have sold it and started a college fund for him. But
Gary Riggs has so many wonderful ideas, and I know you're watching this now, and you're seeing that you have an artist in your family. You may have several. Just take his idea, make it your own, and then check with us next week because he's going to come back and show us some more. If you want more details from Gary Riggs, check out his website at GaryRiggsHome.com. He has 2 locations, with one off of Alpha Road and the other on Preston Road, both in Dallas. If you'd like to call him, the numbers are listed there, and we'll also have this information on our website.